A spot in the World Test Championship final is finally India's as they humiliate England by an innings and 25 runs in the fourth and the final test match to seal the series with 3-1 margin, and this is also their 13th straight series at home. Hello and welcome to TV9 News. I'm your host and host Abhijit Singh Bhamra, and alongside me I've got a smiling Atishay Jain with me. Indian spinners Axar, Patel and Ravichandran Ashwin bagged 5 wickets apiece and humiliated England at home. Well, Atishay, the writing was on the wall, wasn't it, at stumps on day 2 with that scintillating 100 from Rishabh Pant, and on day 3 spinners did their job to perfection.
Well, absolutely spot on, Abhijit. The writings were certainly on the wall. Once India took the mammoth lead of 162 runs, on paper it doesn't sound like a big lead, but considering how the pitch was behaving and the conditions, it was always going to be difficult for English batting lineup to even come close to the 160 runs lead which India took in the third innings. And having said that, as it pans out, now India has finally won the series 3-1 after losing the first test match, and not just won the match but beat England comprehensively after being outplayed in the first test match.
But we have to talk also about the batsmen. Well, Washington Sundar, 96 not out runs within space of 5 deliveries, 3 wickets goes down. What must be going through his head at that point of time? Right now, so obviously India has won, so but 96 unlucky, or would you also rate it as one of the best knocks?
Well, if you ask me, Abhijit, I will say that India has absolutely found a gem of a cricketer in Washington Sundar, who can not only bowl, who can not only bat, but is also an excellent fielder. In the series against Australia and also in this series, we have seen the very best of Washington Sundar.
Atishay, one has to talk about the fragile Indian middle order. Yes, they have won the series, but what about the Troika? Ajinkya Rahane, Cheteshwar Pujara and also Captain Virat Kohli, all of them have not produced runs what they are known for.
Well, absolutely right, Abhijit. The Trioka, as you rightly mentioned, Virat Kohli, Cheteshwar Pujara, Ajinkya Rahane, who formed the rock-solid middle order for Team India, has been struggling for runs, and it has not been just the case in this series, but also in the Australian series. But going forward, the team management and even the players themselves have to figure out a way to score runs, because for how long can you bank on someone like Rishabh Pant, Washington Sundar or even Axar Patel to contribute runs in the lower middle order? Because considering India is going to play the World Test Championship final against New Zealand, which possesses an excellent bowling attack, you can't expect the youngsters to again and again score big runs.
One needs to talk about Rishabh Pant. I mean, this guy is something else. Reverse sweeping a fast bowler for me. I haven't seen anyone do this kind of play, rather this kind of shot to a legend like James Anderson. I mean, like, I was just looking at James Anderson's face and he was like, what the hell just happened here? He is that kind of a player. He's an impact player.
Well, absolutely right, Abhijit. There is no question about it. First, that heroics in Brisbane, Gabba, taking India to 2-1 series victory against Australia in Australia, and once again it was in the final test of a series when the wicketkeeper batsman came good for the team, and once again when the team needed him the most. What a brilliant knock, absolute gem of an innings once again, 101. Failed to convert into a daddy 100 as we say in cricket, but nonetheless his innings was certainly the changing point in the game.
The turning point of the match was from Rishabh Pant. But then if you have to overall summarize the series, England at the start of the series was nowhere close to challenge Team India, but then they won the first test match in Chennai by a massive margin that gave India the challenge that you cannot take the 3 lines lightly. But then came the turnaround in the second test match thanks to Ravichandran Ashwin. In the third test match, the pink ball test was all about Axar Patel, and in this third, or rather the fourth and the final test match, it was the spinners who got England out, or rather blown them away with their excellent bowling performances. So what has been your standout moment in this India versus England test series? Was it the Joe Root 100? Was it the special hitman who scored 100 on a turning wicket in Chennai? Was it Axar Patel, or was it the all-rounder Ravichandran Ashwin who also scored runs and took a bag full of wickets? Do send in your comments and feedback in the section given below, and in the meantime do not forget to subscribe to TV9 News across all social media platforms. Thanks a lot for watching.